No matter the location, from O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? We have some breaking news. The Las Vegas Raiders have gone out and signed ex-Cardinals running back Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million deal. There is $11 million of this contract. That's fully guaranteed. When I saw free agency when I woke up this morning, he was the number 2 running back left on the market. At the very, very beginning of free agency, I had it as Aaron Jones, I had it as Chris Carson, and then Kenyan Drake was my number 3 back. Am I a little bit surprised about this move? Yes, I am. I was anticipating the Raiders to save their money, and if they were going to go out and sign a running back, I was thinking somebody a little bit cheaper for under $3 million, or an older veteran, maybe somebody like an Adrian Peterson, or another power running back. I did not anticipate them to go out and get a pass-catching, smaller running back, somebody like Kenyan Drake. He is athletic, but it is overall a pretty surprising move. So what do you guys think here? What's your one-word reaction to Drake signing with the Las Vegas Raiders? So I know what it says on screen. It's with the Las Vegas Raiders. So what's your one-word reaction to Drake signing with the Raiders? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. I would appreciate it. We'll start giving some shout-outs here. We tried to throw everything together a little quicker, and we just want to be able to break things down for y'all. Bingo. One-word reaction to the Drake signing with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll say peculiar. I could also say the word joker because Jon Gruden seems to be a joker. That's how they want to be able to use Kenyan Drake in this joker role. But peculiar because you already have Josh Jacobs, and I did not anticipate them going out and spending $14.5 million on another running back. Is he going to be able to be a valuable asset to this offense? Yes, he is. But again, if I could invest that $14.5 million in either rebuilding our offensive line, maybe a center, or could have invested that money into, I don't know, a safety, another defensive back, even more edge rusher play. Like, that's the route I would have rather gone. So, bottom line is this. Jon Gruden is one of the hardest dudes to realistically be able to predict. There is no doubt about it. It is for Chucky heads. Believe it, baby. So with the move here with Kenyan Drake signing that 2-year, $14.5 million deal with 11 of that guaranteed, a lot of y'all are probably sitting here wondering, like, wait a minute, what exactly is he going to offer? What exactly is he going to be able to do here for this Raiders offense? So he's 27 years old, 6'1", 211 pounds, also from Alabama, so maybe a little bit of connection there with Josh Jacobs. But last season, 239 carries, 955 yards, and 10 touchdowns. I actually thought he looked a lot better in 2019 when the Arizona Cardinals used him. I'll think a little bit better, and especially in the passing game. For whatever reason, they didn't use him like that last season. So Kenyan Drake ended up signing the deal. We went live yesterday for Gabe Jackson trade. We went live for Rodney Hudson trade. We went live for the Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson moves. Bottom line is this, the Raiders, they're unpredictable, and as soon as they make a big splash in free agency, a big-time trade, we're going to be breaking it down for you here on the Raiders Report. So make sure you guys subscribe to the #1 most-watched Raiders show in the entire world. We're always trying to do our best to keep you updated no matter what time it is, and yes, this is actually how I make my living. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, spread the show, because we are family, no doubt about that. All right, so what exactly does Kenyan Drake bring to the Las Vegas Raiders? He's played in at least 14 games every single year. I know that we have Josh Jacobs. However, Jacobs has struggled staying healthy, especially at the end of the year. So if you can go out and get a running back that you're confident that can be healthy and at least maybe take some of that pressure off Jacobs, I actually am okay with that. He's a good pass-catching running back with definitely some ability between the tackles, but Gruden wants to use him as a joker. And what exactly do I mean by that? When the Raiders went out and drafted Lidbonen Jr. in the 3rd round, pick number 80 last season, they wanted him to be able to be a joker, which is like, you know, he can run out of shotgun, he can move around the offensive line a lot more. They just wanted to be able to have him on the field, and for defensive players and coaches be like, what the heck are they going to do with him? Jon Gruden has come out and said that he likes his versatility. Vic Tafur has also said that look for the Raiders to use him as a joker. So Lynn Bowden Jr. was a swing and a miss. Look for them to really get crazy, I actually think, with somebody like Drake. So this is what he did in 2020. We're going to go through some of his numbers throughout his career. 239 carries, 955 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's what he did on the ground. But as I stated before, I loved what he did in 2019. He was never a good fit with the Miami Dolphins, and then he came over to Arizona, and then it totally changed. 170 carries, 817 yards. He averaged 4.8 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns. But if somebody's not going to make the joke, guess what? I'm going to make the joke. Kenyan Drake joining Josh Jacobs. This goes back to my childhood. This goes back to one of my favorite television shows of Drake and Josh. If somebody doesn't create, honestly, like a picture or something about this, you're totally missing out. But Josh is still going to be the RB1. But in terms of overall workload, last season, Jacobs was basically at around 60 to 65% of the touches when he was healthy. I anticipate that number to come down a little bit more. Look for Jacobs now to get like 50% of the touches at running back. Look for Drake to probably get about 30, and then look for Alec Ingold and Jalen Richard and all the other players at running back to really break it up in between there. The other thing, though, that I like about Drake is that he can be a really solid asset in the 2-minute drill. Now, this might not be the best sign for somebody like, I don't know, Jalen Richard, because the Raiders now have an opportunity where if you move on from Richard, you can save $3.5 million. I'll tell you this, if I'm going to go out and spend $14.5 million on Drake, give him $11 million guaranteed, then I'm paying $3.5 for Jalen Richard, I get that Jacobs is on a rookie deal and it's cheaper, but, man, that's a lot of money to invest into your running back position when your defense is coming off one of the worst defensive years in the history of the Las Vegas Raiders. So give me your confidence level right now in the Raiders running back room scale from 1 to 10. I'll tell you what, the running back group, this might actually be one of the deepest, one of the best running back groups in the National Football League. I'll probably still say that the Cleveland Browns have a better backfield with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, but Jacobs, Kenyan Drake, and Jalen Richard, I mean, that's a pretty solid three-headed monster. If you play fantasy football, though, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Now, we also got some awesome shirts rocking here on today's show. If you want to get any shirt that I wear, I do wear these Raiders Against the World ones occasionally. Go to chatsports.com/RaidersWorld where you can get this shirt for $24.99. I'm going to put it in the comments. It's also going to be in the description of this video. So if you want a shirt that absolutely amplifies everything that we believe in Raider Nation, go get yourself a Raiders Against the World shirt. Also, if you get one, tag me on Instagram and Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. I like to share it. All right, so again, the Raiders here, they sign running back Kenyan Drake to a 2-year, $14.5 million contract. As soon as this news went down, everyone here at Chat Sports, yes, Chat Sports, that's who I work for, we were like, all right, we got to go live. We got to break it down here. So if you're watching this live, remember, we go live for breaking news. Also, I go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So if you want to be one of your friends that knows everything about the Raiders, this is the channel to subscribe to. If you don't want to know anything about the Raiders, then no, you're definitely in the wrong place. If you want to talk to me more about this move, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, my Instagram handle is down below, at Mitchell Renz 365. I went live last night. I'll probably be going live this weekend, too, with everything that happened in free agency and continue to break a few things down. But ultimately here with this move, with Kenyan Drake going out and signing for 2 years, $14.5 million, I do want you guys to grade the signing, and then I'll give you my grade as well. So as soon as this move happened, I know a lot of people were like, I don't 100% understand it. But this is also the way that I think I understand it. The Raiders needed to get better in goal-to-go situations. The Raiders needed to get more creative down in the red zone. They needed to be able to figure out a way once in a while to pick up that tough yard, maybe two. And if they believe that Kenyan Drake can do that, this to me is a signing that's saying, okay, we are going to get a little bit more creative with our playbook. If Jon Gruden is going to stay true to his word here, and they are going to use him as a true joker, then yes, I like this move a lot more. If they just plan on using him like in a Devante Booker type of role, then guess what? I'm not really going to be ultimately crazy about it. So go ahead, get your grades in here for a 2-year, $14.5 million deal, A, B, C, D, or F. My grade, when I think about it, is probably a C, and I'm more of a tough grader for the simple fact of this is an average move, and until I see it materialize out on the football field, it's going to be hard for me to really be crazy about it. Now, if we had an amazing defense, I'd give it a B because I think Kenyan Drake is a good running back, but you also have to account the idea that you're using extra money when you should use it on the offensive line, or you should use it on the defense. You're putting extra money into a position that I think a lot of Raiders fans right here would say, you know what, man? It really wasn't that big of a need. You had Jacobs, you had Jalen Richard, and I would tell those people that I agree with you. But if you're trying to get creative, if you're trying to find that Lynn Bowden replacement, if you will. That's ultimately why I do believe the Raiders did go out and get the number 2 running back left on the free agent market. And when free agency started, again, it was Aaron Jones, it was Chris Carson, it was Kenyan Drake. But if you were to ask me which running back do I think would fit better with Gruden, I would have said Kenyan Drake, because he's actually been able to show that he can stay healthy and has played in at least 14 games every single season that he's ever played in. He's 27 years old. He hasn't had a lot of work in his time. I'm hoping, though, the Raiders know what they're doing here. But how about this? I know some of y'all aren't totally crazy about the move, and I know some other people are like, all right, what about some other players here, man? I want you to go down in the comments section right now. We're going to give some shout-outs here. I want you to name a player that you think the Raiders should sign next.